my country, all earthly things above, entire and whole and perfect, the service of my love. The love that asks no question, the love that stands the test, that lays upon the altar, the dearest and the best. The love that never falters, the love that pays the price, the love that makes undaunted the final sacrifice. I vow to thee, my country, all earthly things above, entire and whole and perfect, the service of my love. And there's another country I've heard of long ago, most dear to them that love her, most great to them that know. We may not count her armies, or we may not see her king. Her fortress is a faithful heart, her pride is suffering. And soul by soul and silently her shining bounds increase, and her ways are ways of gentleness, and all her paths are peace. I heard my country calling away across the sea, across the waste of waters. She calls and calls to me, her love that asks no question, her love that stands the test, that lays upon the altar, the dearest and the best. I vow to thee, my country, all earthly things above, entire and whole and perfect, the service of my love.
In 1914, nearly 100 years ago, a huge war started. This war was called the First World War, or the Great War. A lot of people were hurt or killed in the war. A young soldier who was fighting in the war wrote a poem. He wrote the poem because he saw bright red poppies growing in the fields where the fighting had been. He called his poem "In Flanders Fields." People all over the world really liked the poem and would soon wear bright red poppies as a way to remember soldiers who had fought in the war. The First World War ended at 11 o'clock in the morning on the 11th of November 1918. This was the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The war had lasted over 4 years. The 11th of November every year is now called Remembrance Day or Armistice Day. After the war ended, people started making paper poppies to sell. They did this to make money to help the soldiers, sailors and airmen who were coming home. On Remembrance Day, people wear a poppy, and at 11 o'clock in the morning, they stop what they are doing for 2 minutes of silence. They do this so they can remember all the soldiers, sailors and airmen who have fought in wars. These people are called ex-servicemen or veterans.
Cigarettes, sir. Bless you.
Major John McCrae, surgeon, born and raised in Guelph, Ontario.
Poppies. No. Blow. Between crosses, row on row. If ye break faith, we shall not sleep.
Mr. McCrae?
In Flanders fields.
What is it?
I'm not sure.
John McCrae of Montreal died in the war, but his poem is still spoken aloud when men, women, and children gather to remember.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Good morning, shoppers. At 11 o'clock on this 11th day of November, we'd like to invite you to share with us 2 minutes of silence in honor of our veterans.
They fought and some died for their homeland. They fought and some died, now it's our land. Look at his little child, there's no fear in her eyes. Could he not show respect for other dads who have died? Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peace may they rest, may we never forget why they died. It's a pittance of time. God forgive me for wanting to strike him. Give me strength so as not to be like him. My heart pounds in my breast, fingers pressed to my lips. My throat wants to bawl out, my tongue barely resists. But 2 minutes I will bide. It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peace may they rest, may we never forget why they died. It's a pittance of time. and poems of the heroes at home. They have casualties, battles, and fears of their own. There's a price to be paid if you go, if you stay. Freedom's fought for and won in numerous ways. Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls all over. May we never forget our young become vets at the end of the line. It's a pittance of time. It takes courage to fight in your own war. It takes courage to fight someone else's war. Our peacekeepers tell of their own living hell. They bring hope to foreign lands that hate mongers can't kill. Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who go over. In peacetime our best still don battle dress and lay their lives on the line. It's a pittance of time. In peace may they rest, lest we forget why they died. Take a pittance of time.